So welcome back to Galilee. After 4 days in Jerusalem, we went there on Friday. So the first live stream was Friday evening in German, the usual German Friday evening session and the coming Sunday readings. And then we had Saturday, Sunday and Monday with the sunrise stroll and chat in Jerusalem. And there you see Mount Hermon in the background, that little hazy loaf above the Mount of Beatitudes range there, if you want to call it that. You can see so many countries here. There's a little peak over there. That peak over there is inside the Syrian border. And then over here, at the end of the Golan Heights, down the very distance there, between the high rises of Tiberias, that ridge down there is Jordan, the country of Jordan. And then if we come back north here, we can see the hills overlooking Lebanon. So a great awareness of neighbors with all their challenges and all their difficulties and sufferings. And today's suffering is a big... Good morning. Where are you guys from?
Boston.
Boston, Massachusetts.
Yes.
Welcome. Were you the ones doing the drone now?
No.
Somebody was running a drone there a moment ago.
I saw that. Enjoy your morning.
Beautiful.
Yeah, same here, same to you guys. Welcome to Magdala.
Thank you. Beautiful.
I think I found the drone guy. There goes the drone guy. He's controlling it here. And the drone is right up there. He probably wants to bring it down to land here, I could imagine. Yes, there it is over his head. And so the drone lands. All the technology. Good morning. You're the drone guy. Local. Welcome. Baruch haba, Shana Tova.
Shana Tova. Where are you from?
Animi Hashemayim.
Shamayim. Where?
I was born in the Holy Land of Ireland and I work here in the Promised Land. Baruch haba le Magdala. So a local Israeli who's here, probably with... There you are. Sorry about that switch. I had forgotten to do the Wi-Fi disconnect. Moving along here, it's always a problem. And sometimes if my mind isn't alert, I don't remember all the things. And on Sunday, for some strange reason, the YouTube listeners who see, or viewers who see it afterwards on YouTube, it didn't show all day Sunday, and I even uploaded a second time and it still didn't show. And then yesterday when I was uploading to the YouTube again, I realized that the setting was on privacy. It wasn't a public upload. So that was the snag. Then I checked and sure enough, that was the reason. And it just didn't upload because I had set it on, it had a privacy setting. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. So I'm sorry to all our regular YouTube viewers for that. So we touched on the theme of the suffering of these countries around us, but it's actually the suffering of all humanity. And that's the the lot of humanity. And the book of Job, in which we're going into now step by step, is an incredible treatment of that issue. Now, if a company is having a problem or a machine is having a problem, you have to troubleshoot. And if you want things to work and you want to resolve situations, you have to know exactly what the problem is. And that, I think, is a pretty universal statement for everything. And it applies also to the religious field. If we want to solve a problem, we need to know what the problem is. So we see a phenomenon of suffering, of pain, of issues, of dysfunctionality, and we might think we know the solution, but if we're trying to fix the wrong problem, we won't fix the situation. So we have to know the problem. And I think this is one of the extraordinary contributions of the book of Job. So humanity's on a path, and we love our world, we love all the blessings, we love nature, we love community. We have so many great treasures, you know, and they're delightful. And we cherish them, and we want them. And we know also there's a creator. This is part of the progress of humanity. And maybe humanity had a greater sense of that than a lot of people today in bygone times. Well, anyway, then we have a relationship with God, and He wants to talk to us. That's another big discovery. And we have the history of that with Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. A history told with the contours of history, which might be a little bit different in a way than the way we have critical history today. But the truth of an encounter with the Almighty, who is in contact with our life, who is concerned about our life, and who guides us, who is provident Lord, not just creator, and who blesses us with so many things. Abraham, remember, was a very rich man. And he was a man who followed God's call. And it's not difficult to see a link there. And blessing has always been a great path to God. But the human quest and issue, is that resolved by material things? It was turned upside down with the question that Satan asked God in yesterday's reading. Is it for nothing that Job is God-fearing? That he has a great reverence for God? He is so blessed. Take away the blessings. That's a powerful accusation. That's also the nature of Satan, to accuse. We can also participate in an accusing spirit toward others. It's such a part of us, such a dynamic within us to accuse others. When we're hurt, when we're in a weak spot, when we're a little bit under duress, when we're exhausted, when our love is in low burner or back burner, accusation is very much a temptation. So now the question Job is asking himself, are all these blessings that God give us of any great account? Is it for nothing that Job fears God? The question now is it for nothing that the human being toils? We have a few days of vacations, New Year's festivities here in Israel. A lot of these are Arab speakers because the whole country is in New Year mode and vacation mode, days off. Not just the Jewish people, also the Arab speakers. And so we have these moments of great joy, and people work hard to have a summer house, a vacation house, a seaside house, a mountain house, a yacht, a boat, a jet ski. And there are a lot of beautiful satisfactions in life, and a grill, and a nice dinner, and so many nice blessings. And we do thank God for them, and we are happy for them. But Job is asking a deeper question. He's saying all this finishes. Is that salvation? Is that all we can expect? Is this all we get for our toil when it's going to corrode and the moth will eat it and the worm devour it and inflation consume savings and government regime changes completely eliminate what I have accomplished, and my health fails, and I die, and everybody around me dies, and my children die? Where is salvation? Where is blessing? Where is enduring blessing? Where is lasting blessing? And the great frustration that we sense in the book of Job, that great trial, the sufferings of Job, which is proverbial, becomes really the framing of the big question about existence and the meaning of life. A great question to ask ourselves. Why am I alive? And especially from the midst of suffering, why? Why? Is there any purpose for all the toil? Were it better that I were never born? And there's even the questioning of the very gift of life. Why do I live? And that question is deep in the hearts of even the most advanced societies today, with the answer of suicide. And there we see the urgency of answers for this question. Dealing with suffering, the mystery of suffering, the reality of suffering, which is so abundant, not just isolated cases, which is so universal, from which nobody escapes. Why? Why suffering? What's the meaning of life? Why live at all? What's the future hold? We kind of know what it holds, the grave. So there's this incredible quest, and there we see the people of God advancing and growing, struggling, stumbling, making steps forward, entering great doubt and despair. And that's not just a path of the scriptures, it's a path of every human being. And we fly, and then we stop, and we perch, and we wait, and we're lost. And still we have to survive, and life has that drive to not want to give up. And there you see a people going then from the belief in this Creator God, the God of blessings, the God who gives life and so many blessings to enjoy, Abraham, the richest man. But these blessings are not permanent. Many of them only last the time the sun rises and sets. And so we see that God's people now are asking this big question. Amazing. And we see a people being prepared for answers that will come later. And the gospel text also raises these questions with Jesus' predictions of his suffering. And now the disciples want to destroy a village in Samaria because they refused to introduce Jesus. And Jesus said, no, no, no. You're not in control. You're not here for destruction. We're here for salvation. We want to bring the definitive, ultimate quest for salvation to reality. What a great mission. What a great message. What a great gift. Lord, hear my cry. Let my cry come to you. We pray this morning with the psalmist. People, God bless you. See you later, alligators. There is a great gift coming from on high for us all.